What's up YouTube? This is Danny Matrega with Mind Pump TV, and today we're gonna go over one of my absolute favorite total body movements, the barbell front squat. It's one of the best movements you can do to develop your legs, core, and upper back. It's got some technical stuff that you should be aware of, and I wanna make sure that all that's covered. We're gonna get into it right now. The barbell front squat is one of the best lower body movements you can be doing, period. It's fantastic at recruiting the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, the upper back, and the core. That being said, it does have some technical prerequisites that I would want you guys to check down. It's a little bit more difficult than the back squat, and it's important that you have two key things. The mobility, both of the ankle, hip, and shoulder, and the stability to complete the movement safely and effectively. A couple checkdowns I would want to make sure you guys had passed through before you attempt it is, can you barbell back squat safely and with good technique? Can you perform a dumbbell goblet squat with at least 45 pounds? The reason I say 45 pounds is because every barbell you're gonna run into in most gyms is gonna be 45 pounds. So I wanna make sure that you can load in front of the body anteriorly at least 45 pounds safely and have stability in that position. If you can do both of those things, you're ready for a barbell front squat. When it comes to setting up for the barbell front squat, technique, cueing, all of that stuff is super important. This is a pretty technical movement, a little bit more technical than the back squat. So I wanna work through it from toes to nose as far as the setup goes and how we execute the movement properly. The first thing I wanna talk to you guys about is the feet. I don't want you to change too much. I actually want your feet set up exactly how they would be when you do a traditional barbell back squat. When it comes to the trunk and core, one thing you're gonna notice is you're gonna have to be more upright. You're gonna have to recruit your trunk musculature, your core, and your upper back to stabilize the bar because it's in front of your body rather than resting on your upper back. The last thing, and I know you guys have probably seen this in the gym, is the position of the arms. I'm sure you've seen some people in this grip, the Olympic grip, or this grip, the cross arm grip. They're both totally fine, and they both are, for the most part, gonna work all the same musculature. The only big difference is the shoulder mobility of the trainee. If you have great shoulder mobility, you can probably do the Olympic grip. If not, you might be better off just doing the cross arm grip, okay? So from setup to finish, again, if you're gonna do the Olympic grip like I am here, 2 fingers on the bar right at the edge of the knurling, right where it gets rough. Just get up and under, step up, right? Make sure the elbows are up, chest is tall. That's the exact same position as if you're right here, okay? It's really not gonna be too different. You step forward, 1, 2, into your preferred squat stance. Keeping the rib cage up, simply unlock the knees, set the hips back, and squat down to the depth that you can squat to most comfortably. It's super critical that we don't roll forward. You can maybe get away with a little bit of that in a back squat, but you're gonna spill the bar in a front squat. So again, keeping the rib cage tall, dropping down, weight through the heels, sitting down, coming up. If you're doing it right, you're gonna feel it in your quads. Okay, if you're doing a higher rep set, you'll probably feel your core and upper back. And if you have the mobility to safely get low, you'll probably even feel some of your glutes. And those are the main key points I need you guys to be focusing on if you wanna do this safely and effectively. You guys will know you're doing this movement right if you can keep your upper back vertical, your torso tall, drop down into the squat comfortably without your heels lifting off the ground. You'll know you're doing it right if you see those things. Those are the big key checkpoints. If you start to feel your heels elevating, maybe you're collapsing forward, the bar feels uncomfortable, those are some signs that we might need to regress back to something like a goblet squat, maybe working on some ankle and shoulder mobility, right? Again, this is a fantastic movement. And what makes it so great is the ability to execute it properly. So don't feel the need to necessarily rush right into it. Aim for execution and perfection when you do this movement. One of my favorite tips when I teach the front squat is to create torque at the feet. Torque is just a force we can leverage to create more power output. All I want you to think about doing is creating a corkscrew effect by externally rotating the feet as you drive up. It's gonna incorporate more musculature, you're gonna get a little more power, it's gonna create some more stability. It's not too complicated, again, it's just an outward corkscrew at the feet. If you can do that, you're gonna find that you're able to drive out of the hole a lot more quickly, which will help, again, make this technically demanding exercise that much more accessible. When it comes to how to incorporate this movement into your existing programming, your goals are gonna be the first thing you need to touch on, right? If you wanna get strong, front squats are a great supplement to your back squats, right? If you wanna build size, especially on the quads, right? Maybe you'll do a little bit of a higher repetition range. If you wanna perform these movements for an endurance or a sport-specific adaptation, you can modify the tempo for speed, anything like that. It really lends itself super well to a variety of different goals. And again, if you wanna get strong, a little bit lower repetition range. If you want to build some muscle, moderate repetition range with a tempo that allows you to keep more time under tension. And if you want to build explosive power with a lot of athletic carryover, really focus on a explosive tempo where you're really exploding up out of the hole. Thanks again for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Do us a favor and like, comment, subscribe. We're always looking for directions to take our content so we can better serve our audience. So do me a favor and drop some things you want us to hit in future videos. That'd be a big help. Thanks so much again for tuning in. Have a good one.